coming in today right after finishing a trophy league. Got the 5-0 with this list, I think exactly. I've been playing around with a couple different lists, but yeah, this looks like the list that we've been... Oh no, I'm completely wrong. The list that I trophied with was this list. Here we go. Cut down the 3 drops, and seemingly upgraded to Elves Visionary with being almost the same thing as a 2 drop. That's kind of our starting point for today. I thought that I'd start today's stream by going through that league, just showing the gameplay footage. I could upload that to YouTube. Also went 2-2 in the challenge today. Faced some tough matchups. I don't think I'll go through that, but we had a pretty good week. We went 7-2 in the Pioneer PTQ or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but yeah, let's just jump right into it. So to start this off, I'm gonna go through my game history. We'll start off with the first one in the league, which is this one. That should make sense, right? 1, 2. Yeah, this is the first one. I don't even remember what this was because it was yesterday. Played the first 2 games yesterday and then this today. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, comment on this. So this is definitely a keep. On the draw, even it's a keep. We don't love seeing a hand like this on the draw against humans, but you know, starting with just Bear Sentinel. Hopefully we draw 1 drop next turn to trigger War Master. But actually at this point it's kind of apparent that it's not humans maybe, with this being blue. I ended up trading there. I'm just gonna pause real quick. Oh. Okay. I ended up trading there. Oh, thanks. Because this wasn't really giving us any mana anytime soon. I don't know if it was correct or not, but looking at what the turns ahead are going to be, being able to save the 2 damage and then like the upcoming more damage, I thought was really good. And being able to like get down War Master, we're gonna be able to drop something the next turn, but we didn't have another 2 drops so that we could drop 2 things at the time. So that's why I made the decision. It's kind of a weird one. I don't know even necessarily at this point if it was right. Raise the Alarm is cool card. Yeah, so I think this is Soldiers. Not really a meta deck, but it ended up being pretty fast. Games were pretty close. I'm not sure. I think the disadvantage that this deck has is I'm not really sure if it plays a Brave the Elements. I don't think I ended up seeing it either way. So yeah, we playing defensive, getting this down. Hopefully we can set up for a turn with Quarter Calling that ends up being pretty powerful. They're afraid to attack their 2/2s into my 3/3. We don't really want that additional Quarter Calling, but it's okay. So we end up paying here. Shaman of the Pack. You know, we get 5 things out. If I didn't pay, I could have quartered for 3. You know, spending 6 mana. But as is, I ended up being able to only court for 2. We have some reach targets that might be good against Sky Strike Officer here. I'm not sure if we end up going for it. Probably not. I think just going super wide is the best thing to do here. I actually think this Quarter Calling gets countered if I remember correctly. But look at this. They're at 8. These wastes are dealing so much damage to them. But yeah, this should be lethal, right? I don't even know if we have to draw a card. Probably not. Quarter Calling is just going to be for 8. 4 viewers. Hey, thanks for joining. We're currently running through the trophy number 5 gameplay. This is just a winning turn. This is kind of BM right here, going a little heavy on an automatic kill, but we get the Shaman in the Pack. There's the kill, and that's it. So jumping into game 2. Hit play. All right, so we're on the draw. This is a good hand. I think this is where Wildborn Preserver ends up being pretty good, with its reach ability. Don't have perfect memory of it though. But we, obviously play our own 1-drop. Now that we have so many 2s, it is kind of awkward that our 1-drop, like, ramping to 3 doesn't matter that much. Unless we have additional 1-drops. Yeah, I ended up playing this rather than the Preserver. Could have been okay to just, like, hold Preserver and, like, flash in a blocker. But I was hoping to be able to draw out of this. Ends up coming back to bite me. I think I end up doing that right now with the Preserver. Flash this in, get a free block. They're stuck on lands. I think they mulligan super low. They only have 2. I think they mulled to 4 or something. But yeah, our hand's a little bit slow. If they had a good hand, I think that we might be losing this game just because of our inability to draw extra lands. But at this point, it looks like, we're now coming ahead in mana, got some cards going, things are going to be looking good. This is this is a new addition, Wildborn Preserver. I think it's good against Phoenix in those style decks. Helps us not trigger Letter Shredder and things like that. Haven't really played too much against it. That's more just theory crafting. Worst part of this is MTGO. You have to click through it so many times. It is really annoying. But they actually got some things going on here. So, oh yeah, Rex Age getting Leaf Crowns, pretty powerful. We have this Fatal Push Up. Have to click through that. But yeah, we're basically in a position that's hard to lose. So we get our Lord back. And now we can freely attack. So I attacked with this. I was hoping that like they'd chump and then Fatal Push, but they ended up blocking like the worst way possible. They should have blocked with all 3 if they wanted to play around Fatal Push. They might just not be thinking about Fatal Push. But if they block with all 3, then I wouldn't be able to do that play. But yeah, their mulligans made that game a little bit faster. So let's see. So that was Azax is the next one. Okay. So it's 3 games. Let's see what they're playing. Lots of die rolls are on the draw. This is a definite keeper. Okay, so we're playing. I'm pretty sure this is mono green. It might end up being red green vehicles, but this is like a horrible hand against. Yeah, it's mono green. We don't have a great hand against it. They kept a 1-lander though, and we're able to go kind of wide early. I think they draw out of this though, if I remember correctly. I think like next turn they Karn. Yeah, look how powerful this 1-lander is for them. That's awesome. So yeah, we have a powerful like Quarter Calling possibly. But I don't think anything that happens really matters after this Karn lands. Yeah, this is Oh, Islands Go Sam, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I was just saying I think I lose this game, but now seeing this hand, we might win? No, I don't think we do. Anyway, so that was a whoa, too fast game, too fast. So what just happened there? And I'm pretty sure I don't remember what happens next, but what just happened there is I had 8 mana available with Nykthos. Or sorry, I had a perfect 7 available. No, I had 8 mana available with Nykthos. So flashing this in costs 2 mana, so it brings me down to 6 mana available, but it adds an extra green pip, so I go back up to 7. So it was just kind of like a free attacker, and then we pump to get some good trades in. I think that wasn't quite good enough, but we did need to kill the Karn. This sets up for Shaman maybe being powerful next turn. We do have Beseiju, which is going to be powerful, but I'll just hit play again. I think they just go off from here. I think they do this twice and then hit a Nykthos. That's my guess, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, then this is lethal. There we go. Oh, hey, what's up, JNav? just stomping down some green. Alright, so that game's over. I must lose game 2. They're on the draw. So what I think happens this game is that they're on the draw and they get like a turn 3 card and go off. That's my guess, because usually if we lose to green, that's what happens. But again, this happened yesterday, so my memory's not great. Yeah, it's obvious plays so far. They're ramping pretty quickly. We have some decent stuff going on. Going a little bit wide. But yeah, this Nykthos is really good. If they didn't hit Karn here, like we've only had 2 turns, right? And look at all the things that they got going on. So these are the hands that we lose. I just conceded right here. If I could have untapped, then this chord hits Phyrexian Revoker, and I think it's hard to lose. But this Othanissa revealed Nicol Bolas Dragon God, so like even if they get like something that doesn't even matter with their Karn minus, we'd still lose to Nicol Bolas. So Revoker doesn't win that game. So we're on the play this time. This is a great hand. Hopefully we draw a little bit more action, but the best possible hands with this deck, I've said a couple times, Elvish Mystic or any 1-drop into War Master and then a fellow 1-drop. And we got that going on, so. So yeah, we're a little bit light on action. This Nykthos is not really what we want to have going on. But the second War Master is what we want to have going on, so that's great. So if I remember correctly, our next turn we are able to double Nykthos activation and just swing out. They have a pretty good draw going though. They miss a land drop, but that means that they have 3 cards full of gas in their hand. So playing this Llanowar Elf actually adds 1 mana, which is exactly what we needed to be able to activate Elvish War Master twice. And then we activate Elvish War Master twice, and that's lethal. Cool game. That happens very rarely. I don't know if I've ever turn 4 activated this twice. That's crazy. But yeah, the double Nykthos was really helpful there. But yeah, you saw me activate Mystic Nykthos. I thought that this didn't matter, but activating Nykthos for 6, and then doing it again for 6 would have put us at, with the addition of these two, 12 mana. But the Llanowar Elf being free and then getting the pip back with the Nykthos gave us enough mana, so that was a good draw. Jumping into our third match, which is, I think, this one. Yeah. 1 and 2. We'll go through this past one pretty quickly because I just want to be able. I want to upload all of the 5-0s to YouTube. So we're going against Boats. This is a JNAV special. Them not having a play right there is a little bit weird. But let's pause it. So them holding, this deck has so many possible turn 2 and 3 plays, like 2 mana and 3 mana plays, that I was like, well, maybe since it's just Bear Sentinel, they're not killing it, and that they're just gonna hold Stomp or whatever for whatever I play. So I didn't play War Master, you'll notice, which they obviously didn't end up having the removal spell, so it was kind of good bait on their part if that's what they were going for. But War Master definitely would have been the better play if I had it. So we'll keep going. Chariot's good here. Not really the thing that we're scared of because we can chump this forever. Drawing a second Shaman is insane. And I actually think that Leaf Crown is a better play here. So I'm just going to pause. So I played Shaman, bringing them to 12. And I was thinking this is just a better use of mana and things like that. But I think that the better play is to play Leaf Crown. We end up being able to leave a little bit more back. This thing would end up trading with a cat if we wanted it to. But the reason is because my next turn, they're in like they probably don't have any kill spells, but if they did, they're really incentivized to kill War Master or Visionary, and I'm gonna guess that somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience against this deck would kill Visionary, which would mean that my next turn I get to just untap and double Shaman, and that would be lethal. And as is, the Shaman in the back is not quite lethal next turn, so if they really like guard up, it wouldn't be great. So I think of a mistake on my end, which I caught kind of immediately while playing, but interesting thing to think about. So they used Obliterating Bolt on like the worst thing they possibly could have used it on. I don't even know. So I don't know the mindset there. Maybe they just don't want me to trade two things into their Seeker's Chariot. Maybe they just are Threat Light or something. But I don't know. Doesn't seem like the best play. Okay. So that was game one. Game two. We're on the draw. Great hand. Maybe not against this deck, honestly, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We have the turn one, we have the turn two, we're drawing into Coco, which is really nice. But just like double Lord can fall really far behind if they had like an elf or something like that. Obviously, they don't end up having the elf, so it's all okay. Also, them not playing anything right now makes this Fatal Push way worse. So that's not great. This Fatal Push is going to be hard. I wanted Fatal Push on the draw. This is a weird choice, too. This is obviously not a meta version of the deck. Oh, hey, Andrew. How's it going? Good to see you again. Thanks for watching. Trophy number 4. Nice. I think I played against Angels in the next one. So since they didn't have, let me just pause and just explain a couple of plays that happened while I was talking. They played Ranger class and nothing else. I think it was Tapland, and just got this Wolf token. I could have like held Wildborn Preserver and like flashed in a 2/2 or something like that. But since they weren't going very aggressive, and it seemed like they used their removal spell already, I ended up playing the second Lord. I don't know if it's the best play, but like maybe flashing this in would have been better. It's a little bit bigger. Could have chumped this if they ended up attacking, which they weirdly didn't. That was a free attack, but yeah, I guess I just wanted to explain that. This turn is where we start popping off, like War Master, Wildborn Preserver, or Leafcrown Visionary ends up being really good. This Fatal Push isn't really doing much against their board, but we just want chump blockers. Flash this. I did this during my main phase just to guarantee the War Master trigger. Oh, never mind. I'm playing a different card. I thought I was playing the Preserver. This is just better, right? We have a 4/4 token now. Everything is now out of stomp range, which is great. I think just for the rub-ins, this Collected Company hits the 4th Leafcrown Visionary. I'm pretty sure. I shocked that just because I want to be able to Fatal Push. But yeah, we get Phyrexian for this. We get the Lord. This game's over. It is over, right? Yeah, it ended. Great. Alright, so now game... Oh wait, that was game 2. Oh, we're just going on the next match, my bad. Next match. So that was Absolute Rage, so Beelzebub. Here we go. I think this is Angels. Alright, so we're on the play. That's great. Weird hand. If we untap with our elf, this is great. It's pretty aggressive. We're on the play. Shamans can like really do some beatdown. But if we didn't untap, that would have been really bad. We had no plays. I don't think I would have kept that on the draw, but I do on the play. We draw the land. Get in with this. I ended up playing Collected Company at instant speed there. There are benefits of playing Collected Company at sorcery speed. I could hit a Lord, get it for 1 more damage, whatever. but I ended up playing Collected Company at instant speed because I know that this deck plays Skyclave Apparition, and I just don't want them to be able to choose whatever they want. So we Collected Company, we get double War Master. It's like the best Collected Company of all time. And we got a Court of Calling. So this is kind of cool. Oh wait, no, we just win. Never mind. I thought that we got them with a cool block, but we didn't. I take it back. Go to game 2. One of these games we got him with a cool block. Hit play. I end up keeping this. We end up losing this game, so that's not great. But this does look like a keeper hand. We hope to draw lands. I don't think we end up drawing lands. Let's see if we do. Oh, we draw the land. Nice. Okay, so we get these out. Things are looking good right now. What happens? What ends up happening? Resplendent Angel, gain a bunch of life. That's not great. Oh, I think our Collected Company hits like nothing. So I play the War Master. And I'm leaving this because if they attack with Resplendent Angel, we can trade here, and that can be really powerful. Why the Sage? I don't think many are. Yeah, I bring it in for as a one of for a chord target for Portable Hole. Sometimes it might not be great, but that's my thought process on it. Or if they have like the Weathered Runestone or whatever, I like Reclamation Sage, but it's just a one of. We happen to draw it, but it's not like I bring in a bunch. Yeah, I thought it was Portable Hole, but so yeah, I thought that I was like way ahead when I get this block off. But I think this Collected Company, and like, yeah, like, I feel so ahead. They're at 32 though, so that's a lot. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to fight their life totals quite as much as I ended up doing. I think I had some good options inside that Collected Company otherwise. But this Righteous Valkyrie really messes my day up. Yeah, the flying ends up being big, but let's see what happens. Yeah, this Collected Company just hits nothing. Unfortunate. We were like a land off of being able to cast a bunch of different things. But I end up attacking with a bunch of creatures just because I want to hit their life total. And we just have to hope that they don't have an angel. Because any angel is lethal, especially this one. So yeah, we lose. I felt really, really far ahead. So this was a little bit of a rough one for me. Yeah, okay. Game 3. So we end up winning this one. Hold on. I messed with my... There we go. Alright, I messed with my my chat, and now it's better. Okay. So we shock here, play Arduin's Elite. Usually if we lose big, so I don't mind shocking. You know, I probably should have played just Llanowar Waste. That was a free 2 damage I didn't have to get rid of. But yeah, now play our double 2 drop. We have a really fast start. Against Angels, one of the things that I found is trying to get their life total low early is really important, because them not being able to hit, 27 or 28 with their Righteous Valkyrie is really big. And like trying to keep them in range of Shaman triggers is really important. So I like to go super aggressive if I can. Like I played this rather than this, where I could be like drawing cards and things like that. So anyway, so there's a Skyclave Apparition. Gets a good target. So I think I make a mistake here, and I just want to comment on it when it happens. So The mistake that I think that I make is I think I should be attacking with this and I don't do it, and I miss out on some damage there. So let's just watch. So I fatal push the Giada, and I think that's important. But when I attack, look at it, I didn't attack with this. I think attacking here is kind of free, and if they trade, I get a 2/2. With them being at 10 and us having a Shaman in the pack, it seems really good. But I tried to prioritize being able to activate this later. Just doesn't really end up mattering, but I do think that was a mistake. Yeah, Angels does do that sometimes. Yeah, I thought that I was managing it really well, but I definitely misinterpreted where my position was. All right, last one. Cool deck. Definitely something you need a lot of reps against to like understand what the important threats are. On the play, I'm going to play Elvish Mystic in the blind. I think a lot of decks struggle to remove on turn 1. But I think that this person just concedes right here. So we draw the land, obviously. Never didn't have it. And then we have just Sparrow Sentinel. And yeah, they just conceded to that. I didn't know what they were on. And when I go into game 2, I just boarded in 2 Fatal Push, knowing that it was a red deck. I thought maybe it's red-black, and Fatal Push is like bad against that, but I had a feeling it was Burn. Like the only deck I can imagine really just like straight up conceding to that play was Burn. So I brought in 2 Fatal Push. I didn't go over the top, but did you see that hand? I wanted to pause it on that. You could see the Fatal Push is there. So I ended up keeping this hand. This hand's insane if we draw land, and we did. So I let on just Sparrow Sentinel. They have a really fast start. I have I think this is like a Legends Burn deck, which is actually kind of a cool strategy. I wonder if this will be on like the 5-0 list later. I'd love to look at the list because like if they had like a Mox Amber here, that seems really powerful with a burn strategy, right? Just a thought, but yeah, they only get us down to 16 there. We have the War Master plays, which ends up being really good. We got a lot of good things going on. As long as we don't see like a Goblin Chain Whirler here, we're in a pretty good spot. And Mobilized District means that we're probably not going to see a Goblin Chain Whirler. So they're also not presenting like any indication of like burn spells or anything like that. So I like the position we're in. I end up holding for this Wildborn Preserver, so that we can get another additional trigger on War Master. This is a cool time to see War Master do its thing. I think that they one of them ends up dying right here, which is fine. We're pretty far ahead. But what this allows us to do is get some good blocks with a Court of Calling for a Lord. And that's game. Yeah, I don't block here because I don't really care about my life total. We're about to wipe up their whole board. I was a little bit worried. The only thing, like with the way these blocks had to happen, was if Feldon revealed a land and they had like a 1 mana removal spell, then what could have happened at the end of this is that they remove my Lord and I lose a couple things, and I could imagine losing the game from there. I guess it'd be kind of tough. This would die. This already would have died. This would die. It'd be tough, but there's a world where it could happen. But yeah, so that was the 5-0 league. Went pretty well. This is a list that we did